Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Wow, that was awesome. Everybody on the count of three say Nitro! 1, 2, 3, Nitro! Not two shows, just one show this time. Not two shows, just one show this time. One big show. Look out, look out. All right, next pair coming to the line. We got Smack Smith, and we've got a pretty interesting dude, Mike Butcher. Yeah, Butcher. He's the world's fastest pastor. His father is in the Drag Racing Hall of Fame, Jim Butcher. This gentleman in the Leverage family Fueler is the father of 14 children and 27 grandchildren. His wife Sheila is the hero, he says. He promotes a ministry called Hope Over Heroin. If you're dealing with anything of that sort, suicidal thoughts, go see him over in the trailer. He'll look after you. He's got huge support from Dave Nelson and Something Low Trucking in Michigan. In the other lane, he needs no introduction. That is Smax Smith, the Anthill Mob. good. Half pass there for Spaxaroo. 873 on the 60. This car going? Chute comes out. That's exactly what we wanted to do. All right. Anything on the starting line that needs to be cleaned up? Hopefully not. That looks good from here. So top fuel and funny cars. And now we're working our way into the next class, the nostalgia alcohol funny cars. These cars are so cool because when it's a Vega, you know it's a Vega. It's a Mustang, you know it's a Mustang. You don't have to look for the decals. The Boston Strangler and the Outlaw Jamie Russell coming around. John Wall at the wheel of the Boston Strangler out of Boston, Massachusetts. 526 Hemi with a Lenko. This car used to be involved with the Cape Codder. Best DT is a 617. Steve Buckley, Bob Ball, and Dave Pedretti. And in the other lane, we have the Iron Outlaw, Jamie Russell. Beautiful, beautiful Corvette. He's got a 1471, a 540 cubic inch big block Chevy, and 2-speed transmission and all the good stuff. He's got two bodies, a Corvette and a Mustang. I tend to like the Corvette better for some reason. It's swoopier. And these guys put on good shows. They're very, very consistent in what they do. Iron Outlaw and the Boston Strangler Mustang. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful burnouts in the beautiful light, sunlight. Tower side out of Massachusetts, and the Iron Outlaw. Driven by Jamie Russell. first. 617, 225 for John Wall, and Jamie Russell, 689, 202 in the Corvette. Up next, Robin. Stambaugh out of Fredericksburg, Virginia in the right-hand lane. That's her brother in front. Brother and sister race team. Robin Stambaugh, right-hand lane, Generation X, Vega funny car, Hemi-powered, up against the frantic Ford funny car of the Sweeman brothers. Also Hemi-powered.
Yeah. Exactly that.
Final call, stock, super stock. Final call, stock, super stock. AA gassers and nitro bikes, you should be there. Backing up from the burnouts and a couple of dry hops later, they'll stage up these two high horsepower beasts. Single mag, single plugs, single fuel pump. For every fuel car and alcohol car. Okay, almost stays planet forward with a beautiful sunlight. You get some great shots for that. Don't need a flash. Okay. Got her softball blessed. Here comes the Sweetman family. And Robin looks like she's going to get there first. No, he drove around her 687 at 203 to a 680. Robin got treed a bit there. 680 at 197 gets beat by 687 at 203. So, that's cool. Great funny cars coming down the track.
Never even tried that. Nothing like Crocs, but a whole game. Looking to lay down a pass. Beautiful backup girl, or bug as they're called, acronym for backup girl. It's like a steel brother almost, doesn't it? So sponsored by Engineer Racing, who sponsors just about everything that moves here. Paul looking, he had a very easy pass yesterday. I forget what he said it was. I had it in front of me a minute ago, but my guess, never mind. He's looking to turn it up a bit for this shot. No, there's still...
Boogie's on downtown. Hall Notes goes through the eyes. 657 at 209. 657 at 209. Check out this 57. Did you see this, Tim? 57 Chevy. Injection is nice, but I'd rather be blowing. That was a t-shirt from years ago. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Some people don't. I love this Son of Hellfire. Nice. Willis gets a little out of shape, and it's Willis, not Willies, Willis. It was actually named after somebody's name. That was their name, Willis. Anyway, enough about that. Ken Sherwood out of Du Bois, Pennsylvania. Wow. Wow. 461 cubic inch big block Chev in the right with a 354 Chrysler Hemi, a baby Hemi they call him. Not a lot of room in that car to stick a Hemi, that's for sure. No wing. This is old school. Big power, no wing. Yep, exactly. Little spray inside the seat. Jay Rust, he restored this car. This is the ex-Frank Manzi car and the ex-Jim Audi car from years and years gone by. Frank Manzi piled in the Christmas tree at Bowling Green, I believe it was. And now he's here, restored, ready to go. And after a very long restoration and lots of money too, this is a candidate for best appearing car here today. Willie's got a better light, but I think, yeah, he got around him. 561, 124, J. Rust out of Chesterland, Ohio, and a 615 and 113. Stars coming in front of the crowd. Give him a hand, give him a hand. Jamie Russell and John Wall. Jamie Russell with the Corvette. Give him a hand, folks. Here we go. Some gassers, AA gassers. Up against the Hemi J. Out of Western New York with the Austin on the Tower side. The Henry J, that was a car you could actually buy at Sears at one time. It was called the Sears All-State when Sears sold it. Superstock, final call. Stock, Superstock, final call to the lanes. Stock and Superstock, final call to the lanes. Here we go, folks. Top bulbs are going to be lit. 6 more inches into the second bulb. Has to lift, but he still makes it there for his 519 at 130 to 540 at 130. Mile an hour terminal velocity. This is the class of the field, one of the quicker cars. It's been massaged over by the mind of John Rossetter, who should be in the Hall of Fame. John and Aaron Reed of Niagara Falls, Ontario, sponsored by Summit Metal. Commercial Auto Electric, Rossiter Hardcore Race Engines, and Engineered Racing. There's that name again, Engineered Racing. If you're getting parts and pieces from different places, check out Engineered Racing on the net. Get yourself some good goodies for your car, for your truck, for your race car, for your street car. All kinds of good stuff on engineerracing.com. And life is cool when it's working. Engineer Racing everywhere you look around the folks. On the starting line now. Here we go, folks. Top bulb lit, 6 more inches into the staging bulb, and it's locked low. Straight down Broadway, 482, 146. For John and Aaron Reed. Jar Racing. They're pretty happy with that run. Here comes the coolest. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, on the line now, Ian Hill in right-hand side, it's going to dial 10-11. Kyle Tanaka out of Milton at the wheel of Paul and Patty Shill's Very Cherry Camaro's going to dial 969, leaving 4200s for the small block 247 white Chevy 2 to play with. So he'll go first. This is round number 3. Carl's got his top bulb lit. Waiting patiently is Ian. Ian stages very, very carefully. He makes his girls stage very, very carefully because it's the most important part of the race. Giving Kyle Tanaka a bye. He's got a tough one now. Oh dearie, oh dearie. Running out of Cayuga, Ontario, and the Holdeman Animal Hospital. JC Hutchison up against Carl Scarlata. Carl's running 2 cars and he's winning with both. So Newby's going to have to be on his game to get this one. You can tell Newby's in the car because he's got his orange helmet from space on. On you. Newby had a 28 light, Scarlata had a 001 light, so it was over before it began. Chuck Nagy coming up now on the tower side. Chuck out of Niagara on the Lake's got a 327 in that Cavalier. He's going to take on Bill Kraft. That's a 2015 Copo Camaro. That was a flood car. It was in a flood, so it couldn't be made to put on the street, so they took it apart and made a race car out of it. F.J. Smith did that, don't you know? The legend, F.J. Smith. And it's a pick-em at this point. It's going to be Chuck. He broke him out by 5 or 6. Chuck, let him take the stripe, and he took too much stripe.
Are we still prepping right after his nitro bike?
Oh, yeah.
Nitro bikes.
I'm already.
Rob Brown coming up on the tower side. I don't see another one, so I guess there's only one.
Harley survives. Gets through the top end and lets off a bit. 832 at 155.
They're marking the place up like crazy. Like, who's going to clean that up?
Yeah.
It's art, right?
Yeah.
Now you have the most artistic return road.
Door cars and open wheel cars compete in the Outlaw Fast 16.
These guys raced last time?
Yep.
That beautiful fourth gen. Taking on Bob Robinson in the 69 Pontiac Firebird in the left lane.
Owned by Steve Corrival.
Bob Robertson currently in the number 4 position with a 4:27. Louis Raimondo is number 9, qualified with a best of a 4:53.
Louis running a 615 with 2 stages of nitrous oxide, whereas Bob has a 689.
Wow, that's a couple more
stages of nitrous.
That's more bucket.
More bucket?
I don't know. I just made that up.
Sounds good.
Good term though, eh?
It is.
Yeah, I like it. Wow, that's a big burrito. Here we go, they're inching into the beams. Last qualifying session for Outlaw Fast 16.
Tomorrow we put him on the trailer.
Yep.
Didn't get the round win.
Guys are being really careful staging. Here we go. Good lights for both drivers.
Wow.
Bob Robinson's going to get there first. He goes 4:31 at 165 miles an hour. Louis Raimondo goes 4:53 at 155. Nice pass. They don't change any qualifying positions. They stay in the same spot, but they're very consistent, and tomorrow, that's going to matter. Because tomorrow, it's a bracket race.
Right. All cool with the 53 Corvette, full modified.
Yeah, Dustin Gable in the VP Racing lane. This really cool 71 Plymouth Duster. Any Mopar fans in the stands?
Nice.
What'd you say this thing had Indy heads on it?
Indy heads on a 645.
645 cubic inch Chrysler with Indy cylinder heads. Cool. So it's a wedge head then, right?
Yeah.
Look at that with all the technical
Yeah, we're Bill Rich
jargon.
It's neat, it goes fast.
Yeah, it's a very cool car. I think it's got the Andy McCoy front end on it. You said this was a street car. It started life as a street car.
Sure did.
All cool with that equally awesome 53 Corvette. Roots blown 51 or 511 cubic inch big block Chevy, sponsored by RevTech, Cheapside Auto, and Hellbilly Race Cars.
All right, they're working their way towards the beams. A few more nitrous bridges for the young lad inside the Duster, 71 Plymouth Duster.
All cool, currently the fastest bore car in the category. We've got 419, posted the best of a 419. Dustin is, where's Dustin at? Oh, he's right in the middle, 7th, 436. classification. And now it's time to stage these two bad boys and rip it down. Shaper Specialized Lubricants Nitro Nationals.
Very happy to be here. Here we go. 3 stage balls are on. Yeah, no doubt. He goes 993 60 foot. 993 60 foot, sub 1 seconds, 274 to the split, goes 418 at 172 miles an hour. Hats off to the cool team.
Cut a light too.
Oh yeah, 009 on the tree. This guy is amped up and ready to race.
Dustin goes 442, slowing 159. He had trouble. Shauna Woodstruck coming up next.
Oh, and Adam Hawk. Very cool. 150-inch altered in the left lane. Powered by a 377 cubic inch small block Chevy.
Shauna's gone big with 632 cubic inch on the juice. Running out of Fortino's Greater Hamilton area. Stores all over the place. He's always had good sponsors over the years. He was a champion in Fuel Dragsters. Had Husky as a sponsor and a few others.
Oh, where did you hear that? Yeah.
Adam Hawk out of Bowmanville, Shauna out of Waterdown, Ontario, on the right-hand line side. You see for Specialized Lubricants lane here at Cayuga.
Here we go, last qualifying attempt. Nice. Adam Hawk gets there first, goes 450 with a 5 at 153 miles an hour.
Shauna 461 at 153. She's currently 11th.
Adam is 8th.
It's Grossi. 565 Rare Morrison power plant in that bad boy with nitrous oxide injection. In the other lane, it's the Angione brothers, Joe Angione out of Bradford in the Spitzer 236, 235 inch wheelbase.
Yep. You got that right.
I know, but
Sponsored by GM Contract.
all right, nitrous engaged on both these cars.
Yeah, they both got a pair of 565 cubic inch big block Chevys. Big nitrous purge. You see the balloons just flying into the sky. Trying to get that bottle pressure right for maximum effective performance.
Getting ready to stage these two monsters. Angione on a pass here, 451. That's one of their better passes.
Oh, nice. Ken Grossi goes 461 at 148. Yeah, that is a good pass, eh? 159 miles an hour for Joe.
Look good from here, too. Dean Charleston coming up in the 5.5 Chevrolet, taking on the GTO GOAT of Dave Burchell.
Both of these hot rods are nasty. Oh, looks like Dean Charleston might have shut down. Looks like he's going to try to refire.
Pro Charger, man, it makes for an angry, angry sounding engine. 582 cubes in Dave Rochelle's car. He's sponsored by Napa Auto Pro. Anything stainless. Oh, is that? They're pushing him back? Very unfortunate to see. Really like that 55. Well, they're qualified anyways for tomorrow's show, for tomorrow's race. So look at that hot rod looked at, repaired, and ready for action tomorrow morning. Oh, that. Did it. That's the one. Wow, that one ejected. All right, I don't know if you guys heard that, but everyone say bless you to Rob. Dave Rochelle rolling up into the beam. He's going to make the solo hit. He's currently in the number 3 position. It's been as quick as 4:24. He rattled the tires.
Yeah, blew them up.
Yeah, right about 70 feet. Just shook the tires violently. Wisely gets out of the throttle. Nice reaction time, though. 018 on the tree, eh?
Yep. Here comes Rich and Karen Yackles out of Cambria, New York, in their Green Digger. I don't know who's on this side.
The Instigator says on the right beside the driver's head.
Swing arm, 250-inch wheelbase, 540 cubic inch.
Pro Charger. Got a side slung Pro Charger on it. You can see it hanging off the left-hand side of the car.
Louis Raimondo throwing shirts into the stands.
All right. Free shirts.
Free shirts.
Wow, that was a good throw. Holy smokes, he almost made the top deck.
Louis Raimondo.
Put your hands up for Louis. Here we go, Rich. Looks like he's about to take the tree. For the top bulb, there we go, we found it. Here we go, he's in. Right down the middle, 433 at 159 miles an hour. They stay in the 5th spot with that qualifying attempt. What? I just heard over the radio, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Pro Modified. Ian Hill Racing Productions Canadian Pro Mod Series presented by Synergy Composites. We have 12 of the baddest Pro Modifieds in Canada. They'll be racing for a prize purse tomorrow of $20,000. Top 8 cars make the field. Remaining competitors will compete in a Chicago-style shootout. Right now, Jordan Lassick is sitting in the number 1 spot with a 370 flat. Remember, the record for this class is only 400ths quicker than that, held by Jay Santos. With a 366 with an 8 at 204 miles an hour.
Here comes Too Cool Racing, Paul Cool with a 53 Corvette. Give him a hand, folks.
Yeah,
looks like he's pulling over too. So Paul Cool stopping down there in front of the grandstand. What's he up to?
I don't know.
Too Cool, Paul Cool.
Maybe we want to get some photos in front of that awesome crowd, like the people that came out filling the stands. This is awesome. Give yourself there we go. More shirts.
More shirts and hats and good stuff. Swag.
The bounty.
Thank you, Paul, and your crew. Thank you, sir. Great show you put on. The car's running well. You're driving well. You're looking for good things tomorrow.
Yeah, he's got a good team of people behind him, that's for sure.
He's got the kid.
Yeah, one of many.
Ball cool, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Woo! Here we go. Pro Mods. Final qualifying on this Saturday, the 16th Nitro Nationals.
Ronnie Banks, tower side is
Nice. Big smoky burnout. Proud San Maurice, normally sitting at the top of the sheet, is currently in the number 12th position. Ron Banks right outside of the bump. He's been a best of a 412. The bump is 404 with a 6. He'll have to go 404 with a 5 to make the show. Bump up here. Claude San Maurice, like I said, this car is normally a front runner, and they've been struggling today. I don't even think they made it past 150 feet.
They've been having a rough one, that's for sure. This could be their time to shine. God willing, and the creek don't rise. Still get her down that track, Kelly Cooper.
And the creek don't rise. How high is the water, Mama?
High enough.
4 feet high and right.
4 feet high and right.
All right, well, let's hope for Claude that they made the right choices. They turned the right knobs. They adjusted the right screw, right lever. Yep. Press enter in the right spots. Here we go, they're going to find the beams.
John Woodster from the grandstands. John Woodster, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but look at Cloud. He makes a lick right when he needed to.
I told you.
Yeah, 382 at 193 miles an hour. Puts himself in the number 7 spot. What happened to Ron Banks? He rattled the tires?
Rattled tires, got sideways. We'll head towards this.
Whoa. So he wisely lifted.
He wisely lifted the race another
Nice.
day.
Awesome. All right. Things are mixing up here. So who got bumped out? Pierre got bumped out. Sienna Wildgouse now sitting on the bump with a 398.
Yeah, get something to do.
Ah, that sound. It's going to be my ringtone.
Yeah, it's a great song, eh?
Yeah.
Love that song.
I love that song.
Wow, great burnout for Steve Boardman in that silver 63 Corvette in the Schaefer's lane. Jay Santos, your record holder, in the left lane in that 69 Camaro, sponsored by Brampton Pallet and J&M Recycling.
Take your kid?
No, what do you mean?
Oh, really? Kid, please. That's a kidnapping.
Oh,
All right,
man.
folks. Jay Santos, Steve Boardman going to go out of here and battle other Chevy products.
Yeah, Jay Santos, number 5 spot. Steve Boardman on the 11th position, so he is going to have to go quicker than a 398 to bump into the field. Jay Santos, I mean, I would expect this guy to go a 66 or something right now. Potentially set the record.
All right.
go. Man, that was an eventful ride. Jay Santos goes 524 in and out of the throttle. Steve Boardman was amped up. He was 26 red in the tree, and he had to get out of it too, right around like 160 feet.
Yep.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. So he's not going to make the show, but he will be part of the Chicago-style shootout tomorrow, brought to you by Wild Gust Elite Property Management. Yeah, pro mods are tough, man. They're tough to control this car. As you can see.
Yeah, very
If
well.
it was easy, everybody would be going straight down the middle.
Yep.
You put 4,000 horsepower in a door car.
With suspension.
We need stock, super stock, and true north gassers to the lanes now, please. Stock, super stock, and true north gassers to the lanes now.
Right. Stock, super stock, true north gases to the lanes. All right, here we go.
All right, we got Pierre Chacon in the right lane. He's in the 9th position. And here we got Sienna Wild Gust, who is sitting on the bump with a 398. So the only way that Pierre is going to make the field is if he bumps out Sienna. Well, what do you think, Rob? How do you see this playing out?
I think Sienna's going to save herself by going up the ladder a bit.
Oh, there we go.
Make a better pass. Every pass seems to be better and quicker with her. So
Yeah, I agree.
According to plan, it should be another better pass. Maybe a couple more hundreds faster. Who knows?
Pierre in that beautiful Outlaw Vet.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, with a Brad Anderson 521 cubic inch Hemi with a roots blower. And Sienna is the only turbocharged car in the field. Here we go, Nathan's going to guide Pierre into the beams. Cedric takes one last look at his dad's hot rod. Sienna's getting the call to move, but she's not moving up. There she goes.
She wanted to move when she wanted to move.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Fixing that top bulb.
At 184 miles an hour, Pierre, man, that's unfortunate. Sienna Wild Gust got timed out. You have 7 seconds when there's 3 bulbs on, 2 pre-stage bulbs and 1 stage bulb. The other driver has 7 seconds to stage the car or they'll be timed out, which you just witnessed. And Pierre made a lick, best lick they made of the day, goes 390 at 184 miles an hour to bump out Sienna and make the big show.
Super stock and true north gassers. Super stock and true north gassers.
Wow. I've seen Paul a lot of things before. Now I thought you make spoilers. That's right. Call me in the
we're not done, eh?
No, we're not.
Awesome. Jason Calso, your number 6 qualifier. The 377 taking on none other than Al Martorino. Al Martorino in this SN 197 Mustang. Very cool looking pro mod. It's got a Newton Hemi with a screw blower, fuel tech. Jake Calso's more traditional with a 526 Hemi, roots blown, a 1471 supercharger. The small team, these guys do everything themselves, with pretty much consensus for everybody of all of these teams. Al's number 3 on the list, Jay Calso is number 6, and only 300 separate them in qualifying. Both of them are already in the show, so they will be racing for 20 grand tomorrow. Who do you got, Rob?
I think Kelso's been running all pretty good, but I think with Al Billis coming from this side, I think he's going to get there first. I really do.
That's a very educated assumption.
A bunch of runs, and they're both racing very well. They're both getting down the track, but the last pass was Martorino.
Oh, wow, he drives around him at the finish line.
75.
Oh, Jason went red.
Yeah.
He gave it away anyways. He was trying too hard. If that was a drag race.
Pretty close race, though.
Yeah, that was a great drag race.
Here comes your number 1 qualifier, Jordan Lassick, up against Sam Andriacci, or Salvador.
Awesome.
Wolf
Jordan's in the left lane, the VP
Yeah.
Racing lane.
And in the Schaefer Specialized Lubricants lane is Sam Andriacci, sponsored by Wolf Electric, AS2 Auto, ISG Transport, NGK, and Eaton.
6.
No, that's last time. 4.
Yeah.
Andriacci.
Okay, so are they going to make an attempt to go for the record here?
I hope so.
That'd be exciting.
Conditions are excellent. Not much of a wind for a change.
No, that's right. Both a battle of 4.9 Newton Hemis, C screw blowers, fuel tech performance.
You gotta look hard at the car on the tower side of the Camaro.
Yeah, 5th-gen Camaro out of the Jay Santos camp. Sam Andriacci's been making really nice clean AV passes. Very, very consistent. Some might say conservative.
Okay, time to approach.
Here we go to bring them in. Sam's in. Jordan's inching his way in the beam.
And they both faltered.
Yeah, that very unfortunate. Jordan goes 935 60 foot. I wonder if that was a planned exit. But I don't think so. here we go. Serge Giroux, Big Sal. Big Sal was your number one qualifier for a minute. He's now number 2. Serge sitting outside of the field with the 2015 Camaro. Pro Charger, they were battling tight torque converter issues, which is, makes it hard to apply the power. Let's see if they found did some tune-up adjustments so they can get a handle on this hot rod. Big Sal with the 67 Ford Shelby GT500. The Newton Hemi, a screw blower. The car is otherwise known as Maggie, named after his mother. How beautiful is that? He'd like to thank Frank. He said without Frank, we wouldn't be able to do nothing. But a Cedar Gray automotive. Here we go, folks. Last 2. Ian Hill Racing Productions, Pro Modifieds on the starting line. Sam's in the show. Serge needs to bump in, and he's going to have to go quicker than a 390 with an 8 to make that happen. Cars are going down the track. Oh, and he crosses the center line past the finish line. Sal goes 372 with a 0 at 202 miles an hour. Nice straight pass. Actually, he went past, he didn't cross the finish line till after the finish line. He didn't cross the center till after the finish line. I think that's a legitimate pass. He went 419, 180 miles an hour. Yeah, so because he crossed the center line after the finish line, he does not get disqualified. He definitely improves. That was a much bigger improvement over his last pass. Not going to make the field though, but we'll be here for the Chicago-style shootout tomorrow. And that concludes our last qualifying session of the Canadian Pro Mod Series presented by Synergy Composites. Here we go. We got Tony Pontieri and his 5th gen Camaro powered by an 800 plus cubic inch Hemi-headed Chevrolet. Thank you, Bill Richards, for setting me straight. I didn't realize that John Kazi built Chevy engines, but like we said, this is a learning hospital. Find something? All right, Mountain Motor Pro Stock, Tony Pontieri. Naturally aspirated, no power adders. Naturally aspirated, Liberty, shifter, Mountain Motor Pro Stock. Tony's sponsored by Quality Plus Compressors. Here we go, Sharon's going to guide Tony into the beams. Come on, Tony. Nice pass, 38 in the tree, goes 418 at 170 miles an hour. Very cool exhibition run by Tony Pontieri. What's this now, Rob? Oh yeah, front engine center steer stuff. Wow, this is cool. Yeah.
Brian Bourne and the True Bourne Identity.
Born identity, bro. I wonder if his name's Jason.
Scott Havlin out of Wilsonville in the long wheelbase dragster on the right-hand side. Son of the legendary Charlie Havlin in the Drag Racing Hall of Fame, the late Charlie Havlin. Soul Shaker is what he calls his dragster. Brian Bourne out of Barrie, him and his father Robert Bourne, been running this Fiat a number of years. Small block Chevy with injectors. Still gets on down there ahead of the Fiat though. 748 at 150. He was going 150 at the 8, so he was out of that. 878 at 147 for Brian Bourne. Root Beer Ross Booker. Root Beer Ross. Lights the highs, goes over the line. 2714 with a 406 cubic inch small block Chevrolet installed. He's out of Hamilton, Ontario. And he gets through the top end with a 970 at 110, slowing it way down. With 600 at 111. Peter Abernathy coming up now in the Primitive Pete machine. He's out of Oromadonte, Ontario, 392 cubic inches of early Hemi motivating that machine. So Pete's being pushed back. I guess they had some issues with the car. And rather than run it and risk it, they're going to race another day and put it away. Tanaka coming up on the tower side here in the very cherry Camaro. Yeah, he's got the bad man. He's got the bad man. Bergen doing double duty also, and he's both classes. What he is what he does. Yeah. So Kyle Tanaka, under the guidance of Paul and Patty Schill, decided 966 will get the job done. Well, Chris Scarlata thinks a 1026 will do the job. 6/10 a difference in the dial, going to the blue Chevy 2 to the right. This is the semis, is it? And Chris Scarlata going on to do what he usually does right about now. The final against Chuck Nagy. That'll be a good race. Chuck out of Niagara on the Lake, 327 in the Cavalier.
David. Lake 13.
He'll go in 94. No, 10 flat. Lost 500 somewhere there. So Chuck in the final against the Scarlata Dream Team.
What's it called? Tesla. No.
Oh God.
No, at least that one.
Come on.
I want to blow that one.
Shit, what?
Hey, all the nitros went? Or no? Huh? Nitros at night, right? Yeah. Not yet.
Oh, Friday was at 3.
I don't know. I'm asking.
Well, we haven't seen him yet. The event started at 6, so yeah. It'd be at night, yeah.
Small block, Fords, high winding, 4 speeds, and all the rest.
Coyotes. These are all coyotes. I love these guys. So rumor on the street is they're going to try to bring this as a whole class to race next year. There's a whole plethora of guys in the United States that run these Coyote stocks.
Cool.
Yeah, there we go. Potentially bringing 12 to 16 cars. All of these high winding, these cars sound like they're coming out at 10,000 RPM. And these engines are stock. They're sealed up from the factory, where they're given a tune-up to put in it.
Chad Stevens on tower side against Gary Quill on the right-hand side. Chad's out of Selkirk, sponsored by Scurex, Water Tap, and Pipeline Repair. Team Dirty Bird.
Shifting gears like champs up top.
Yep. Who gets there first? Tower side. 981 to a 1006. Tony likes to play with anything that's got 3 pedals, so he's in here making an exhibition pass.
What you want?
No one's got him up there. Wow.
Fuck the back one. Look at the building.
Yeah, I know. It's a Camaro building.
Jay Meisner, tower side with the Ghost Flames on that beautiful 88 Mustang. He's a gynecologist, that's his living. Finally.
Actually, you know what? Camaro, they have to go.
You don't live though. Jay Meisner will get there first. 941, 144. And an off-pace run for Tony Valerio.
Who's just a burnout line? Yeah. Go and full cigarette.
Yeah.
Maybe even avocado oil, that's there.
All right. Oh, so when we get done here tonight, there's going to be an awesome fireworks display. We wish you would stay around a couple of minutes and check it out. It's going to be off the hook. When Rick Kopp and the jet truck goes down the track, the fireworks will start and it will awe you. Okay, here we're back in the 2 North Gassers. Larry Kerrigan still in. Round number 3. on now. 33 Willis and a 52 Chevy Skyliner, it says. Or Styleliner. What is it? Style or Style?
Well, it's a bit of a typo there, but it's an actual businessman's coupe with no back seat. So you saved a couple of bucks by not having a back seat, and they put all their wares at the traveling salesman. That used to be a thing. Traveling salesman. There was no internet, or you had to actually go meet people in person. So this is quite a popular option, or lack thereof. I don't know why it says Styleliner on our screen, but
Dave and Wanda racing again. Wanda takes the flag off in the other lane tomorrow, looking on as her husband, the Sinister Minister, Larry Kerrigan, will stage up the Oshawa-based 33 Willis.
lots of family racers.
Yep.
Lots of second and third generation racers of all types. Great to see everybody here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a great time. All right, $5.99 for Larry, $7.43 for Dave Neal. We've got all kinds of different objects of your affection here. Al Senor in a 35 Willis. Says it's a coupe, but it's actually a sedan delivery, which is the modern day van would be that replacement. In the other lane is Irv Patterson at a Cambridge, and that is a Ford Prefect, which they called four-door versions. A two-door version would be called a out of Cheektowaga, New York in the Moody Blues. That is a Austin A40, another English import. After World War II, was all the car factories were converted to war equipment making. And a lot of the English factories remained intact, so they started importing cars into North America to satisfy the need. Steve Wiesner gets that one. Rice with a little bit of a red light, finished up with a 650. Wiesner right there with 649 with a 7, almost dead even. So speaking of British imports, look at this clown car. Isn't that the coolest thing you ever seen? That is also 58. Look at how small it is. The driver would take up the whole compartment. Speaking of drivers, it's Bill Curtis out of Stanley, New York, and he is for real a retired NASA engineer, and this is what he does for fun. He built the little clown car. It goes pretty fast too. In the other lane, another American from Lakeview, New York is Art Mizuraka in the 550. That is a 1934 Ford 5-window coupe, they call it. Supercharged small block under the hood. All right. Larry's got some t-shirts to hand out. The Sinister Minister never fails to disappoint, so you folks in the stand, give him a cheer. Tell him you really want one. He's got some. You gotta show him you want it. Got a good throw, too. Wow. All right, we have more gassers for you. A lot of folks, they ask for these cars. They're so different and so entertaining and beautiful to look at. Not your belly button cars of today. The past gas at Bill Sam is 1956. Salmon's out of Rochester in the passing gas. Brian Cressman, another American, he's from Niagara Falls, New York, just a hop, skip, and a jump from here. Brian Cressman. He's got a big inch small block injected. So the blue car's a 55 Chevy, the green car's a 56 Chevy. You can see some of the differences between the years there. Heavy cash and passing gas, back when race cars used to have these. It wasn't quite as serious as it is today. Even Steven at the start, even Steven at the finish line too. Cressman gets there first with a 607. Bill Sam is not far behind with a 637. All right, we're doing great guns here now. We've got all kinds of gassers and supercharged gassers in the house as we continue with our fantastic Canada Day weekend here at Toronto Motorsports Park, our biggest deal of the whole year. Shazi up next in the Hot Wheels Engineered Racing Services. And the engine is behind the driver's compartment. It's a small block Chevy, poked and stroked to 434 cubic inches. Shazi, he's sitting right over the front axle. It's got to be weird. The steering position is awkward as gal get out. But he's having a great time driving that thing. At one point, that thing had two small block Chevys in there. It could pop loose like you wouldn't believe. Eric Rand in the James Boys. That is a real deal gasser from the 60s, and it was a Canadian car. Toured around, went to Dallas, Texas, Pomona, California, all over. That's the real deal, the James Boys. And because they're aerodynamically challenged, they choose to run 8th mile. It's pretty wise since they go fly like kites when they get towards a quarter mile under full power. They're aerodynamically challenged, you might say. Eric Grand doing a good job with the James Boy. Shazi, 635 in that Econoline. Out of Engineered Racing Services. Continuing with more True North gassers, we've got a gaggle of gassers. A couple of more Chevys here. That's what we call a nice smoky burnout. Great job boiling the hides for the fans here. Slicks Bar, boy, they're getting a full whiff of that. Oh, look at the Woody wagon. Is that not cool or what? He's going to tow one of these gentlemen back, is my guess. Chevy Metal, that's Dan Emsley out of Port Colborne. Also a 52 Chevy. He's got a 454 under the hood. In the other lane, Dave Grant from West Bloomfield, New York, and the something else 55 Chevy. As Grant moves up, I love the red tinted windows. Period correct or what? Yeah. Very cool. All of them. Love them all. Fans love them too. All the different body styles and stuff. Stacy was in the right place for that picture. Right, my babe? Yeah. Good job, my love.
That is cool.
629 for Dan and Dave Grant. Eagles 579.
Yeah, that's one of the quicker cars in True North gassers. But wait, there's more.
Primitive Pete.
Yeah, he's doing double duty today.
He's from our area. Oh, yeah?
I can't get over the size of the tires on that machine. Couldn't get any, maybe he didn't have enough water on his slicks or something, but let's see what he elects to do. Oh, is it still running? Did he lose fire?
Oh. He's running.
There we go.
Running through the mufflers.
It looks darker up here already, but we're standing behind tinted glass of the major tint variety. Beautiful evening. We found the thermostat and turned it down a couple of notches. It's just a beautiful evening out. Perfect weather for our best race of the year. Pete Abernathy of Oro Medonte. That's up north of Barrie, that kind of area. 392 Hemi in this one as well. That is the first generation style of Chrysler Hemis. And that is a 1940. And he finishes up with a nice 698 in the 40 Willis Coupe. Great job as always with the engineered racing gasser Sears, True North gassers. York, that's a nice clean looking car. And a perennial finalist, Chuck Nagy, the reigning champion in Can-Am Stock Superstock. This is not a Can-Am event, but it is Stock Superstock. Chuck, many-time winner. He won't be rattled. He's from nearby Niagara on the lake. A little 327 with a single quadrijet. Scarlata, 275 factory rated horsepower, 327 in the Nova. Scarlata is going to dial 1026. This quarter mile action, 10:27 is his estimated time of arrival. Chuck Nagy's magic number, 993, which means Scarlata out of Bergen, New York, gets to leave first by 0.34 of a second before the little 327 in the Cavalier can give chase. Old age and treachery or a young fella, who's going to win it? It's anybody's game, and I mean it. It's going to be Chuck Nagy, 995 on the 993, getting it done. Scarlata 2 off. Margin of victory, 0.008. Distance, 1.5 foot. Great race.
All right, folks, we need our street. Nitro bikes are there, AA gases we call. Superstock final just ran. We need the CJR Hellcats. CJR Hellcats. A gas, A gas, A gas. Just A gas or AA gas? A gas and AA gas. CJR Hellcats and Nostalgia Alcohol Funny Cars to the lanes, please.
Oh, here comes Cody.
Oh, yeah.
Outlaw Street. Nitro bikes are there. AA gassers. A gassers. Superstock is done. CGR Hellcats, Nostalgia Alcohol Funny Cars. We'd like you all to the stage lanes, please.
Unmistakable sound.
Top fuel, you're on standby. Fuel, you're on standby. Top fuel, you're on standby.
All right, Rob Brown. Nitro Harley Davidson. V-twin. No blower, just nitro. shuts it off a wee bit early. Sounded like it was laboring a bit. You can see some of the pipes are on the other side, so we couldn't see the nitro burning out the pipes from where we sit, but I'm sure the Slick Spar folks saw it. They start the year at 17, and if they get to be 18 during the year, they can finish that year, but that's it. Into the big cars they go. And by that time, they are pros. They really know what they're doing at that point. Pink and blue here today.
Aubrey Elliott, tower side against Gage Stewart, the young man out of Binbrook, in the right-hand lane.
Yeah.
The Schaefer's Specialized Lubricants lane.
Well, Aubrey with the pink lights is 9 years old. She figures she's going to get to the halfway mark in 12.33 seconds. Gage, who's also 9, figures he's just a bit quicker at 11.99. Imagine doing this at 9 years old. Way cool. My parents would have been scared to death.
Yeah.
Another scenario that happens is these junior dragsters don't have a lot of power, and sometimes the dad and your mom needs to push them in and stuck to the track literally. Very carefully evening into the beams there. They're staged up, ready to go. Nine years old a pair. Gage gets there first. He's going 53.87 miles an hour. I don't know how many kilometers that is, but around 80, I guess. And Aubrey finishes up with going 46 miles an hour. Nice run for both Aubrey and Gage. White and green this time around. Dragster and a funny car, junior dragster. The Roadster, we call it?
Yeah, because it's open at the top.
Because it's open. Of course.
Top fuel to the lanes, please. Top fuel, funny car to the lanes. Top fuel, funny car to the lanes, please.
So young Datsun Sones out of Niagara Falls, he's got the green lights on. He's all of 11 years old. He figures he's going to get to that 8th mile mark in 9 seconds flat. So does Mason Burley in his Roadster out of the Fletch Racing Empire. Pearl white paint and the whole thing looking way cool. Mason is 12. Datsun with the green is 11.
And I'm 69.
And I'm 68 in a week.
All right, here we go. Almost staged up, fully staged now, locked and loaded. It's go time.
Great job on the lights, both of them.
Heads up.
Even Steven all the way down. Mason Burley gets it. He was going 70 miles an hour. That's in a little bit more than that, 71.35 miles an hour. So what is that? 100 kilometers? More than 100 kilometers an hour. There you go. Highway speeds. He's 3 inches off the ground. What do you call that? It's nice. I like it. That's the Northern Foam Tech machine. One of several here we have today. And the black cars, how come they don't have their lights on? That's McKenna. McKenna Velvin doesn't have any lights on. Oh, McKenna's 14 and the black dragster coming up in the Power Lane, or BP Racing Fuels Lane. Ainsley Elliott is 13 with that pinkish color. She figures she's going to go A to B in 8 seconds flat. McKenna, a little bit faster, 7.90, which is the fastest you can dial a junior dragster at an NHRA facility.
1/10 difference in the dial, going to Ainsley on the right. Keep an eye on the back of this car. They're going to yank the chute along. Good hard run.
Notice how much faster they're going.
And the chute comes out. Wow.
Hey, look at that. Is that cool or what? A little baby parachute. Ainsley Elliott, good job. Pretty close to her estimated time at 8:05 too. She was going 80 miles an hour. Both of them doing 80 miles an hour halfway down the race course. All right, Outlaw Street category. And Gary Quill in the gotta be street driven Mustang in the far lane. Manual transmissions. Now, the last couple of times I watched the water tap machine, he was in second gear and he saw nothing but sky. They look out the side window to see where they're at. If they're getting close to the wall, they shut her down, but boy, oh boy. E-ticket rides here. Manual transmissions, a lot of shifting going on in there in 9 seconds. We'll shift, the water tap car is going to shift 3 times in 9 seconds. While hanging the hoops. Oh, wow, I told ya. Man, oh man. Gary Quill got a bird's eye view of that one as Chad Stieber was coming right at him.
Open door burnout.
Yep.
Jay Meisner in the far lane in the Ghost Flamed Mustang Fox.
Manual transmissions a pair. They're gonna floor it, sidestep the most, clutch at high C, and hang on for dear life. Valerio's got a 350 crate motor at ZZ4 under the hood. It is 4-speed Camaro. Meisner's got a 302 Cayuga. Meisner rocks it with a 923, 145 miles an hour from a 302, no power adders. How about that? Very cool. Hey, we're all about the good show, and so far so good. True North Gassers, and the fans really like these guys, and they really show up for us, and we can't thank them enough. John, Aaron Reed, and all these people that put it together, Larry Kerrigan, and all the folks that come and hang out with us and put on a show. We really appreciate it.
These are grassroots racers racing for fun, not money. They're just racing for fun without the big purse or the big adulation or the pressure. They just want to have fun, drag race for the fans.
Yep, and they do a great job, don't they?
True North Gassers, Engineer Racing Services.
Yeah, I can see some clouds, so I think we're A-okay.
Bill Curtis in the little 58 Ford Anglia in this clown car out of Stanley, New York. Taking on Dave and Wanda Neal with a Severin with a 52 Chevy on the tower side.
Yeah, good to see Dave and Wanda back. Dave had some shoulder surgery at the beginning of the year, and he was worried he couldn't race, which would be, of course, terrible. But here he is. His lovely life, Wanda. Great supporters of the True North Gassers.
Long Smoky holding the brake.
Yeah, he knows how to do it.
454 in that 52 Chevy Metal. And El Senor Peterborough with a 77 Coupe panel wagon.
Yeah, I don't know why they call it a coupe.
Yeah.
It's not a coupe at all, is it?
It's a panel.
Panel wagon. And that's what the fans like. They're completely different. There's some very interesting everything about them. Check them out in the pits. I don't know, it's hard for me to pick a favorite of these True North Gassers. I like so many of them.
James Boys is one of my favorites.
That would be one of my favorites too, yeah. Down track they go. So we got a good old-fashioned Canada versus USA matchup here. USA in the 55 Chevy Petty Cash.
And Eric Rand over there in the James Boys car. That car is for sale. If you're interested in owning a piece of Canadian drag racing history, go see Eric Rand.
Yeah.
About the James Boys. Big block Chevy powered machine with injectors. No, what's he got on it?
Yeah, it did have a blower on it at one point. It was originally with injectors.
I think it's got a tunnel ram on it now.
Does it? Oh, I haven't been over there to see it. Off and running they go. All the way down there, 607 for Brian Crespin. That's pretty fast for Brian. Eric Rand, 671.
Laying down a nice smoky burnout, and Dan Rice watching him do it.
Yeah, you gotta talk to Shazi. What a great character this guy is. You'll love talking to this guy in the 40 Econoline. Bunch of great folks they are. Make sure you say hi. The Engineered Racing Hot Wheels 62 Econoline, Ford Econoline. And what a great runner that is.
Sure is. Very popular truck.
Yeah. Very unique.
He had it in the Drag Strip Memory Show at the Warplane Heritage in Mount Hope a couple times.
Yeah. Always a crowd favorite. All right, I don't know what's coming down the return road, but make sure you wave to them and show them your appreciation.
Final call, Top Fuel and Funny Car. Final call, Top Fuel. Red Green. We could use you and the Dread Dragsters and the Jet Truck. The back of the lanes, please.
And continuing with the wildly different variety that we have here for you, Herb Patterson out of Cambridge. That is a Ford Prefect, which means it's a four-door. If it was a two-door, they call them Anglias. And I don't know why. Art Mizuraka out of New York in the 550. That is a 34 Ford.
Art goes red, but it does not matter. the Austin.
Yeah, another English import. That is a 1948 Austin A40. And they were gassers. The gassers used to be the biggest deal other than top fuel dragsters. Before funny cars came along, they could get themselves booked in and actually make some money racing their AA gassers. And they were actually restricted to gasoline. There was an outlaw group, which was really something to see. Dave Grant out of Bloomfield, New York, and there's something else. 55 Chevy, all jacked up, motor set right back in there. They get the red tinted glass. Back then, the tinting glass was a really big deal. Not the dark smoky stuff you see nowadays, but all different colors, red, blue, green. That was the thing back then. And I kind of like it. 540 cubic inches of big block Chevy in the 55 out of West Bloomfield, New York. Gassers on the return road. Give them a wave. E7 Chevy tow car. Apparently it's a rare piece. It's for sale. Woohoo. Excellent restoration job on that one. It's not a Nomad. There's various different configurations you could get. All kinds of different selections back in the day. Nowadays you can pick from blue and green and a couple of different colors of silver, maybe a black and a white. Not very exciting, let me tell you that. So we got the gassers on the return road, and we got the AA gassers ready to fire. And these were the showstoppers, like I say, other than top fuel dragsters. People would pay good money to see these cars back in the early to mid 60s. They drew huge crowds. And back then there was magazines and racing newspapers, and the competition was fierce. Oh, and look at that one there. That is what's called a Buick Opel GT, made by General Motors in Germany and imported into North America. Baby Corvettes, they called them. And that's what made them so popular. They're somewhat aerodynamic and pretty small too. And they were current models, so dealerships want to throw a few bucks these guys' way. This one here is a very beautiful, very expensive restoration on this car. You really got to see this car in the pits. It is just a show car. Jay Rust, he came here all the way from Chesterfield, Ohio, folks, a bird's eye view of a really nice looking car. It's got an old school 354 cubic inch Hemi with a blower on it. Sold through Buick dealers in North America back in the day.
Straight pass, 579, $1.16, slowing it down.
Well, I would too, but then I'll tell you, that thing is gorgeous, gorgeous. Check it out in the bits, folks. Yeah, AA gassers. They used to fill the stands back in the day when match racing was big. And then along came something called funny cars. And basically that was the end of that. Brothers.
Pennsylvania with the 41 Willys. Cool.
Yeah.
Kirker Brothers of Middleport, New York on the tower side.
So there's another Austin 840. Putting on a show for us Canadians here.
In our sandbox?
Yeah.
Shaped up, ready to fly.
Man, look at Kirker Brothers go.
Wow, they got that car running very well.
Yeah, they've really got that thing sorted.
521 at $1.34 for Kirker Bros and a 613, 113 for Kenny Sherwood in the Willis.
Nice laps up there. All right, we're creeping up on it, folks.
In a few minutes here. First with CJR coming up soon. They got the Trackhawk and a Whipple Charge 300 SRT8.
Oh boy.
We'll wait for them after the AA gases finish up. Andrew Kimber with a Henry J. 51 Kaiser Henry J. John Rossiter Racing sponsored machine out of Stromberg. Aaron Reed out of Niagara Falls. Him and his father Jonathan run this 33 Willis. Hardcore Racers. Engineering Racing Service sponsors this series and this car.
The uneven.
Smoky as much as they can make them, smoky burnouts.
Yeah, baby. Aaron Reed, I'd say the class of the field, they usually, well, they're consistently the fastest. And it's got many old school parts on it. You want to see the way they look back in the day, you want to check these guys out. This ought to be a good one, Rob.
I hope so. John and Aaron like to be on top of that Willis. The big Hemi on this side wants to take out that big block Chevy.
Yeah, Andrew's a good driver, as is Aaron. Both of them very capable. All right. Final preparations are done. Together.
Yeah.
Kimber got a little close to the center line, clicked it a bit early. He was right beside him all the way down. Great show. Great race. I like it a lot. Top end will clear. Modern Hemis. Take a look at this, what these cars are capable of. Street driven, AC, big stereo, way over 4,000 pounds. Trackhawk's got to be close to 5,000 pounds. Watch them go. It is unbelievable.
Cody in the Chrysler 300. Ready to light him up. He's going to go first. In the tower, oh, we're smoked in pretty good here. Bill's already choking. Did he hit the wall? All right, everybody's good. So Christian in the Trackhawk and Cody in the Chrysler 300 SRT 8. Put on a smoke show for you folks like you've never seen before.
Well, the smoke's finally clearing out. Unbelievable. They can just boil those tires endlessly. Wow.
As the smoke hangs in the air, now the grandstands have disappeared. How are you feeling now? Don't breathe. Or breathe it in.
Yeah.
It is Akron fallout.
Yeah, that's what it's called. I love the smell myself, but I'm crazy. Modern day muscle cars, here we go.
And the Hemi in the Trackhawk is gone. Christian is going to get down there first in the right-hand lane. 970, buck 48 to a 1314 107. That's an off-pace run for that car.
Solid burnout. That was a good burnout.
So there you go. Hemis, blowers, big power. What could be the frantic four? We're going to find out right now. Oh yeah, I love the paint on this one. crossed up there. Robin hangs on to her. Excellent driver she is. Jamie Russell out of Half Moon, New York in the Iron Outlaw. They have a Mustang 2 funny car body that they switch onto this chassis. Both of them are absolutely gorgeous. So today, this weekend, they decided to bring out the Corvette body, which they debuted here. Was it last year, Rob?
Last year or the year before?
Yeah,
I think it was the year before.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Robin's got some new black paint on her car after starting a new job as a guardrail inspector here last year.
Yeah.
Russell hard out the back door. You can hear Robin whomping as wanted to drift towards the right from what I could see here in the tower. Great laps of pair. Of course.
Mustang 2 funny cars.
Yeah, I like it.
Best thing about Mustang 2 was the funny car body they created. Mustang 2 itself, not so sure.
Not so sure about that, yeah.
But they make neat funny cars.
Based on the Pinto platform.
Yep. Where else do you see Pintos at the dragsters?
Yeah.
We don't have any today, but we used to have them.
Yeah, we don't have any today, no. Boston Strangler, long-time campaigners out of guess where? Boston, Massachusetts. This is John Wall. In the other lane, Drew Sweetman in the Frantic Ford. Both of these cars come from a long lineage. Man, they are out of here. John Wall lays down a 623, 218 miles an hour.
Leave it there.
Excellent boiling the hides there. Paul Noakes, Canadian Drag Racing Hall of Fame inductee.
Could you move your truck, please? Baden, could you move your truck, please? You didn't want to what in the front of the tower. Tony Baden, please move your truck.
All right, Noxie backing her up. They bought this car. This was a California Independent Funny Car Association circuit car. They had a index of 750. So far, Paul's gone 640s with this thing after amping it up a bit. So. Let's see what notes he can put on the board for us. 67 Chevy 2 body. There you go, very nice.
Way out the back door.
Man, he was hard. He rubbed right out the back door and then some. Oh, here we go, folks.
Nitro time at the Nitro Nationals.
Top Fuel Dragster versus a Nitro Funny Car. Terry Haddock. Up close and personal with that guardrail. Holy man, Peyton has no trouble whatsoever and rockets down through there with a 391 at 319 miles an hour. Yep. I don't think anybody, no. 319.65 miles an hour, you folks. You just saw it. You just saw it.
record holder, 391 at 319. Hey, Peyton team led the list. Way to go, Peyton's set the Canadian record. Candles lit all the way down. You wait till he comes back and give him a rousing applause. The Anthill Mob and the Leverage family. Bob Leverage, longtime racer from way back in the 60s.
Oh, yeah.
All notes. Max lays down a Smoky in the tower side. Here comes Mike. Alright, coming in front of the grandstands now. One of the viewers, is it Peyton's car? It is the Peyton machine. Give him a hand, folks. Give him a hand. Awesome, awesome. That's great run by the Peyton crew. Track record right there. Alright, perfect, perfect. On the line now, here now. You have 2,600 though. 2,400.
'Well, they made it to the 8th mile pretty darn good, and then something went off on both of those teams, but excellent launches. 8:45 for Smacks to 60 feet, .90 for Mike Butcher. And they made it to half track under full power, and that's as far as they got. But ground shaking nonetheless. We like it.
Here we go, the world's craziest fire truck. Rick Reed.
Boy, he got it right down through there. That's just a warm-up lap. And we can't tell you what he's going to do because we don't know. And talking to him in the pits, he says, man, I don't know. I just kind of go with it. You know, if it feels good,
But he's coming back. He'll do a wheelie right towards us here and then come in hot, 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 hot.
Look at the flame shooting out of that thing.
Rick and Piper Reed, the world's only Studebaker wheel standing fire truck. I had one once. No, I didn't.
Look at that. He's coming in hot. Coming in hot. Whoa, slow her down, slow her down. There we go. Wonder how many gallons of fuel that thing burns.
He actually ran out of fuel one day doing a fire
Yeah,
truck.
I remember that. Yeah, he literally ran out of gas. Or alcohol, whatever it was. Alcohol, I think. Very cool, the ultimate showman. He's introduced quite a few things to the wheel standing category. Like big shooting flames and fireworks. And back in the day, before things called track prep, the track was rough enough and there's enough stones on they put titanium blocks on the back of the wheel standing wheelie bars. And they would make a lot of sparks, and it was a cool show.
Yep.
Not now, can't do it. This track's covered in glue. So, they do something else.
Car coming in front of the grandstands there. I have no clue. It's got to be Smax or the Leverage family. Give them a round of applause for putting on the Nitro show.
All right, looks like Rick's going to line up now. He's got things thoroughly warmed up. Did his part for global warming. There you go. Atta boy, Rick. Top Fuel Dragsters, give him a wave.
Yeah, little Bob.
They worked hard.
Wow, flames out the back, flames out the side, flames around the top. Is he going to keep it up all the way down to 1320?
That's the goal. Can he do it? He's close.
He does.
He did it.
Puts it down. Rick Ream puts on a great show for you, folks.
Very cool.
You never know, but usually when he gets that far down track, that's where he stays.
He's coming back. Like I say, we have no idea what this guy's going to do, and he doesn't either. It's just craziness. Yeah, you cheer him on, he gets going. I will say that. That's right, Double B. He really responds to the crowd. If you're into him, he'll lay it out for you.
Lays it down, coming at you. Rick Ream, give him a good hand.
There you go.
Perfect.
Excellent.
He's going to stop and get out, or what's he going to do?
I have no earthly idea.
I know he's got fireworks in there. Sometimes he fires them off.
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea. Oh, he's clicked it off. Well, hopefully it jumps out and you guys show him. Show him you like it. Like I say, he's a showman. Oh, there you go. I figured he was up to something. When was the last time you saw a wheel stander do this?
Wow, very cool.
Wow. Like I say, he's into you. He's going to go all out, and he did. Sweet. That is sweet. Very cool. That thing's going to burn up. He ran that thing into the ground. He'll be toasty hot. I said to him one day, aren't you afraid of melting the thing? Nah. They want to see a show. There you go. See? I told you. Excellent. Rick and Piper Ream out of Ohio coming up to put on a show, and show they did. Congrats, my man. Good job. He did it. Pretty much melted it to the ground for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't mount one in the car because I have to wait.
I'm sure that thing is, man, what a great show. You guys are great, eh? Well done.
Christian, when he's
Yeah, that's the whole point, right?
when you're doing the show, you'd be like the air horn. Yeah, it's a hype train.
All right, now it's definitely jet car time.
There's only 2 songs.
Yeah, he's going to drain that thing till there's nothing left to give. Piper will hook up her little ex-U.S. mail service machine
mobile.
and get her on going out there. Jets will end the show. All right. I don't know how you can top any of this, Rob. Eh? It just gets cooler by the minute.
Cool machine. Give him a hand, folks. Ricky Ream laid it all on the line. He's up there waving. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Piper.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
I want to wish a happy birthday to Tanya and Jen, please. Tanya and Jen, happy birthday.
All right. We have got just a little bit more for you.
And then the fireworks.
And then the fireworks will begin.
The fireworks will begin.
Where'd that come from?
I've been up here too long. All right, folks, don't get me going. Uli will get mad. Won't you? Nah, you're a good man.
No, he's a good lad.
Uli Bieri had a vision for this track that we couldn't quite see. He thought the big picture, we thought the little picture. When he put that road course in, I thought he was nuts, but boy, oh boy, does that ever generate income and a lot of interest. And when you think of it, a couple $100 to drive around the road course is a lot cheaper than paying to do what you do there on the street and getting caught and losing your license and your insurance. So look into lapping. If you like to go fast and see what your car can do without worrying about the OPP, they have day lapping and night lapping here, plus they have exotic cars. A lot more than drag racing at Toronto Motorsports Park. Idiots, morons, but they're great guys. They're gonna dress up in girl t-shirts and be his crew. So that's what he's doing. Over here, whoa, 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 whoa.
Easy does. Oh boy, that truck's getting pretty close.
Rob Horner, he's new to the Jets. He bought a jet about 3 years ago, showed up here, had no idea how to drive it, how to start it or anything. So Neil Armstrong has been mentoring him.
Yep.
Still doesn't have that many laps under his belt. Not as many as Neil, that's for sure. But he's coming along nicely, and his burner pops are so loud they shake the tower.
Yeah, Engineered Racing Services on board both machines here.
Yeah, Northern Foam Tech, and also the compressor.
Quality Plus Compressors, Rob Sporing,
Yeah,
helping out.
on Neil's truck and car.
Yeah.
Northern Foam Tech and Engineered Racing.
So they've got a big bank of batteries in the back of each of these trucks. A big giant cord plugs in, spins it up to at least 50% before they throw the switch for the igniters and the fuel delivery, and you'll see little wisps of smoke as it continues to climb in RPM. And they spin pretty darn fast. Just thrust, not wheel driven. We got another birthday, Julia's birthday today. Happy birthday. Great place to have a birthday party, I would say, Julia. There you go. Enjoy.
Here we go, folks. shut it off, buddy. Oh my goodness. Wow.
I thought I was gonna back.
Wow, that was something else.
Boy, when that thing finally caught, that took off like a jet.
Like a jet.
How about that?
How about it? All right, folks, jet truck coming up. There goes Richard to check on things downstairs. Make sure everything's okay at the top end.
What happened there?
And we've got one left before we start to party in earnest.
I worked with a guy named Ernest.
Yeah.
Darcy Ernest.
Not to be confused with Ernest Goes to Camp.
I hope everybody's had a good time. We're going to cap it off with the jet truck. It's been a great Saturday, a great Friday. We got to do it all again tomorrow without the nitro or the show cars, but still, we got lots of pro mods and lots of good stuff. Great way to spend your weekend here at Toronto Motorsports Park. Here we go. Grand finale coming up here now. Rick, Hollywood Cop.
The Bone Shaker.
This is the biggest engine you can put in a jet, a J79. Same engine that powered Craig Breedlove to the land speed record in the Spirit of America in the 60s. J79.
Yeah, fireworks don't go anywhere, as mentioned numerous times. You gotta stay here, keep the party going. We got a great fireworks show for you, and we got a great band at the Slicks Bar. We got you covered. Don't go anywhere. All right, I wonder how many gallons of fuel this thing can burn. We're doing our part for global warming, let me tell you that.
Never mind, just turn your head.
Oh, yeah. Greta Thunberg, go away.
All right, get this rig all set up to go.
I like the top kick. That's a pretty cool truck.
Yeah, that is nice. You do a lot of traveling, so might as well travel in comfort.
Yeah. All right, same drill though. Got a big bank of batteries. Big heavy duty cables, come in and plug it in. Spin it up. Start throwing switches. And yeah, takes quite a bit of battery juice to get these things spit up to that speed. Richard Elliff, our safety fellow, he's been invaluable, a very important person. Literally blew them out. No exaggeration. All right, it's spinning up nicely. All right, Bone Shaker getting ready to put one on for us.
right, right to the top end of the quarter mile. He goes 876 at 222 miles an hour. Happy Canada Day weekend. What a great country we live in. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for sticking around. Thank you all for trusting us. The bar is open. The band will be playing soon. We got some great fireworks happening. Check them out. But thank you all for coming. Hope you all of us. See you, Vic. Hoping you enjoyed this yourself this evening. We'll do it again tomorrow. And just don't forget about the bar and the band. Lots of partying going on here tonight. So remember, hook hard, go straight, never be late, and may your God bless you. Good night, folks, from Toronto Motorsports Park.
Brother.